In the next few minutes, you'll discover the real reason stress shows up in your life. We'll talk about big life changes, financial struggles, relationship conflicts, health worries, daily frustrations, and even the stress you create for yourself without realizing it. Then, I'll share the mistakes most people make that make stress worse, and finally, you'll get a step-by-step action plan to reduce stress starting today. If you stick with me, you won't just understand stress, you'll have the tools to do something about it. Major life changes. Let's start with major life changes. Getting married, moving to a new city, starting a new job, or even having a child can all trigger stress. What's interesting is that even positive changes create stress because your brain and body need time to adjust. Imagine moving into your dream house, exciting, right? But suddenly, you're juggling packing, unpacking, new bills, new neighbors, and figuring out routines all over again. That's a lot of pressure at once. On the flip side, losing a job, going through a breakup, or experiencing divorce can shake your confidence and leave you feeling uncertain about the future. The truth is, big changes, whether good or bad, disrupt stability, and when stability disappears, stress rises. Work and finances. Now, let's talk about work and money, two of the biggest sources of stress worldwide. Heavy workloads, strict deadlines, long hours, or a toxic workplace can leave you drained physically and emotionally. Sometimes, it's not just the tasks but also the pressure to perform perfectly. Maybe you're afraid of losing your job, or maybe you feel invisible at work despite all your effort. And when you add financial struggles on top, things like debt, rising bills, or an unstable income, it creates a constant state of worry. You might find yourself lying awake at night, replaying numbers in your head, wondering how to make it all work. Financial pressure often spills into relationships, health, and overall happiness, making it one of the most damaging stress triggers. Relationships and family. Family and relationships are supposed to bring comfort, but sometimes they do the opposite. Arguments, misunderstandings, or constant conflicts with a partner can leave you emotionally drained. Caring for children or elderly parents adds another layer of responsibility, often leaving you little time to rest or care for yourself. Even close friendships can sometimes cause stress, when there's jealousy, lack of support, or poor communication. Humans need connection, but when those connections become heavy, stressful, or toxic, they drain your energy instead of filling it. Relationships can heal stress, but they can also be the very thing that creates it. Health and personal concerns. Your health plays a massive role in stress levels. If you're dealing with a chronic condition, sudden illness, or even minor but nagging health problems, it's natural to worry. The mind begins to amplify fears. What if this gets worse? What if I can't afford treatment? What if I lose my independence? These thoughts add layers of stress on top of the physical struggle. And it's not just your health, it's worrying about loved ones, too. A parent's declining health, a child's illness, or even waiting on medical test results can tie your stomach in knots. Health-related stress is tough because it's so deeply tied to fear, and fear makes the body tense up, keeping you in a constant state of fight or flight. Daily hassles and trauma. Sometimes, it's not the big things, it's the little ones that pile up. Think of stress like water in a cup, each little hassle is a drop. Eventually, the cup overflows, and then there's trauma or loss. Losing a loved one, surviving an accident, or going through something painful leaves lasting marks. Even long after the event, your body might stay on high alert, replaying the stress response whenever a reminder pops up. Trauma wires your brain to react quickly, sometimes too quickly, keeping you stuck in cycles of tension. Internal factors. Here's something many people overlook. Sometimes stress doesn't come from the outside at all, it comes from within. Perfectionism, constant negative self-talk, or being afraid of the unknown can create just as much stress as an external event. For example, if you always think, I must succeed, I can't fail, I have to do everything perfectly, you're putting yourself under impossible pressure. Uncertainty is another major factor. Not knowing what's coming tomorrow, next week, or next year can make your mind spiral with endless scenarios. You might be safe and okay right now, but the fear of the future robs you of peace today. When your own thoughts become your enemy, stress feels inescapable. Action Plan 1. So what does work? Here's one of the practical plans you can start today. Heavy checkmark: practice deep breathing or meditation for just 5 minutes. When you slow down your breath, you're sending a signal to your nervous system: you are safe. Try inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6. This small routine can quickly lower your stress response. Heavy checkmark: move your body. Asterisk: walk, stretch, go to the gym, or play a sport. Physical activity doesn't have to be intense. Even 10 minutes of movement releases endorphins, your body's natural stress fighters. Think of it as free medicine that also builds strength over time. Heavy checkmark: write down your worries. Asterisk: journaling takes your problems out of your head and puts them on paper. This helps your brain stop replaying the same worries on a loop. Once they're written down, they feel smaller and easier to handle. Action plan 2. Talk to someone supportive. Stress feels lighter when shared. Whether it's a friend, family member, or counselor, opening up creates connection, and connection calms your nervous system. Heavy checkmark: eat on time and nourish your body. Regular, balanced meals fuel your brain and body, giving you the strength to deal with stress more effectively. Skipping meals leaves you weak and more vulnerable to anxiety. Heavy checkmark: set boundaries. Asterisk: many people overload themselves by saying yes to everything. But every yes you give others is a no to yourself. Learn to protect your time and energy. It's not selfish, it's survival. And remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Start with one small habit today. Maybe tonight, before bed, write down 3 things that stressed you out, then breathe deeply for 5 minutes. Or tomorrow morning, commit to a 10-minute walk. Tiny steps lead to big changes over time. Stress relief is not a one-time fix, it's a lifestyle of healthier choices. Not this. Stress may be part of life, but suffering doesn't have to be. You can't always control what happens around you: job changes, money problems, or family issues, but you can always control how you respond. Start small, take action, and notice how your body and mind slowly calm down. And don't forget, stress management isn't just about the mind, it's about the body too. Eat well, rest properly, and move regularly. When you fuel your body with the right foods, keep your energy steady, and give yourself breaks, you build resilience against future stress. Here's the truth: managing stress is a lifelong skill, not a one-time solution. Some days will be harder than others, but every time you pause, breathe, and choose a healthy response, you're teaching your brain and body to recover faster. Even small wins, like choosing a walk instead of scrolling your phone, add up over time. Seedling. Remember, stress is not your enemy. It's your body's way of saying, pay attention. If you listen to it early and respond with care, you prevent it from becoming overwhelming. Think of stress management as building a toolbox. The more healthy habits you add, the stronger and more prepared you become for whatever life throws your way. Backhand index pointing right if you found this helpful. Subscribe for more science-backed tips on stress relief, health, and wellness. Flexed biceps. And don't forget to share this video with someone who might need it. You never know how much a simple reminder can change their day. Together, we can build a calmer, healthier, and stronger world, one step, one choice, and one habit at a time. And remember, you deserve peace, you deserve balance, and you have the power to create it.